Hey everybody, welcome to the JLash Show. My name is Lasher, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 6 of the JLash Show. And today, I have some absolute great news. Coach Franklin has been fired. You heard that right. Coach Franklin has been fired. And I'm super pumped about that because now this is going to bring out Penn State's actual potential. They really didn't have potential under Franklin because he just sucked against top 10 teams. I'm sure no one's going to really hire Franklin for a little bit. So I am so pumped. I'm so excited Franklin's gone. I'm speechless because Franklin sucked so bad. He was 4-21 against top 10 teams. We already established that. He was just also a horrible head coach in general. He shouldn't have been the coach of Penn State, and I'm sure he's not going to be the coach anywhere else. I hope he isn't, because then he's just going to ruin that team's potential too. But really, I can't believe he lost against unranked UCLA, and then yesterday against Northwestern. That was a really bad loss. They really shouldn't have won that, especially at home at Beaver Stadium. That really shouldn't have happened. Playing at Beaver Stadium with 110,000 people, and that really shouldn't have happened. But, I mean, it did. And, of course, that was under Coach Franklin. So, that's very unfortunate. Glad that he's finally gone, though. I think they're going to definitely have to hire an intern, though. I'm not really sure who that's going to be. But anyone other than Franklin is going to be totally fine, because we do not like Coach Franklin. And I hope that he doesn't have a job in football again, because the guy totally sucked. Like I said, 4-21 against top 10 teams is not really looking good on him. And I'm glad they did the right thing and got rid of him. But, that is a huge but. They really shouldn't have got rid of him, because now they have to cough up $48 million left on his contract, which really sucks. But, I mean, I guess it's whatever now, because now that he's gone. But now they have to keep paying his contract. And I'm like, what? Because, they really, I know they have that kind of money, but, they really shouldn't have got rid of him, because they really shouldn't be spending that money. Still tendering his contract. Even though they cut ties with him, that really wasn't a great idea, because now they have to cough up millions and millions and millions of dollars. He wasn't a good coach. I'm glad they got rid of him, like I said. But, yeah. They lost 2 consecutive games, and I think they were the first team to ever lose 2 consecutive games with them being favored over 20 points. And that there is definitely that's definitely a head shaker, and it just doesn't look good on the team. It especially doesn't look good over Coach Franklin. Like I said many times, I'm glad they got rid of him. But the most unfortunate thing is that Drew Allar is now injured and is going to be out for the rest of his, I'm pretty sure, high school career, which is not great. But I'm definitely upset that that's happening to him right now. So listen to what Coach Franklin has to say in his post-game interview, especially about Drew Allar. Take a listen.
Yeah, again, probably the answer that you don't want, that I need to watch the tape. But at the end of the day, the stats and the results are what they are. And it's my responsibility to get it fixed. And we will get to work tomorrow and probably even tonight. Again, it's totally on me, and we'll do everything we can to get it fixed.
Audrey, then Neil. James, do you have any update on Drew Allar, and do you expect that he'll maybe be able to go in the coming days?
Yeah, so Drew will be done for the year.
I mean, yeah, Coach Franklin really wasn't a good guy, and yes, the defense was poor, the offense was poor, and yes, at the end of the day, yes, he still has to take accountability for it. So he did take accountability for it and got fired. So, yeah, I'm glad that he got fired for it because he needed to. That was, he definitely needed to get fired for it because, yeah, he was just a bad coach, and he just sucked and lacked the, he just sucked. And 2025 team stats for Penn State, they have 200 passing yards, and rushing yards they have 169, 52nd in the college football, and then points against is 18.5, and points for is 37.3. So at this point, I would definitely consider that all of that's definitely under Franklin. We'll see how they do next game, but as of right now, that is over. That's under Franklin. So, I mean, that's unfortunate, but I'm sure they will definitely do a better job without Franklin, because I'm pretty sure any interim coach can coach more than he can. Drew Allar, he did have he had 1,100 passing yards, which is unfortunate that they lost him, but yeah, we'll see what happens under the interim coach, and if the interim coach doesn't do a good job, then we'll kind of take a look at him and see if they should fire him as well. So that's pretty much it for this part of the JLash Show. So now we're going to move on to the weather report and weather of the week coming next. Hey everybody, welcome to the JLash Show Weather Center. I'm your chief meteorologist, Jackson Lasher, and it does not look like a nice day today. Same thing with tomorrow and Tuesday. Looks a little bit dreary, and then it's supposed to kind of clear up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is the good days, and then it's supposed to rain again on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So, I mean, overall, it doesn't look like a very warm week either. Looks like the temperatures are going to be mainly in the 60s, like high 60s, low 70s at most, but nothing really too heavy. So, and nothing much going on in the tropics right now. Maybe like a thing, like a place to monitor outside or like right next to Africa, but that really isn't a place to worry about right now. And Jerry didn't hit any land and is pretty much dissipating at this point. So, now, heading on to the weather of the week, stay tuned. Looking forward, it is going to be drizzly today with a high of 62. Monday, it's supposed to be drizzly with a high of 60. Tuesday is going to be drizzly with a high of 67. And then Wednesday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 64. Thursday is going to be sunny with a high of 60. Friday is going to be sunny with a high of 62. Saturday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 71. Sunday is supposed to be drizzly with a high of 73. Monday is going to be drizzly with a high of 63. Tuesday is going to be drizzly with a high of 62. So that is pretty much it for your weather of the week. Now back to the JLash Show. Welcome back from the JLash Show weather report. I hope you liked it. So now moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 4-2. Fortunate, but it happens, and let's hope they can win at Minnesota 10-19, 1 o'clock on Fox. So let's hope that they can recover from this loss from the New York Giants, because that was a terrible loss at that. Like, we really shouldn't have lost that. And that was a very, very, very ridiculous loss that we had there. there's no other way to put it. That was embarrassing. And Nick Sirianni should really take the blame for that. Jalen Hurts should take the blame for that. Really, come on. Saquon Barkley should have really gone off against the Giants because that was his former team, and that should have been more of a revenge for him. It wasn't. And, of course, he lost. Don't know how it happened. Guess they just played really sloppy offense and defense, which it should be easy to do against the New York Giants. Like, we should be able to lock them up. And they did. And that, now they had to pay the price, and that price was losing 34-17. How did that happen? Because of their sloppy offense and defense, and their just laziness overall on the field. There's another way to put it, and there's going to be someone to blame for it. I think the two people to blame are Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, because those two are pretty much not in charge of the team, but really determine what the team is. And our offensive coordinator will also put the blame on him because he just isn't that good. I'd probably put more of the blame on him than Jalen Hurts because he just sucks. And they should fire him, absolutely. So he has 1,172 passing yards on the season, 8 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 60%. Rushing yards is Saquon Barkley at 325, and that's unfortunately he should have a little bit more. And the receiving yards is Devonta Smith. He has 321. So we'll overall see how this goes for the Birds on October 19th. The remaining schedule is versus the New York Giants at home. They go to play at Green Bay, and then they play at home versus the Detroit Lions, and then they go to Dallas to play the Cowboys. November 23rd, November 28th, they go to play the Bears, and then December 8th, they go to LA to play the Chargers, and then December 14th, they go to play the Las Vegas Raiders. No, they don't go. They stay at home, excuse me. And then they go to play the Washington Commanders. And then the December 28th, they go to play the Bills. And then they are home to play the Commanders again for their final season game. So, not the absolute greatest schedule. It just seems like we always have a hard time playing teams like that for whatever reason. I don't get it. But luckily, I guess we're still first in our division. Yeah, Washington is 3-2, Dallas is 2-3-1, and then New York Giants is 2-4. I think the NFL should get rid of ties. It's so stupid. Play until someone wins. That should be it. And I guess they don't want to do that. But they really should play until they win, because it's so stupid. But either way, I totally think that the Eagles will maybe win next game. We'll see if they go in a downward spiral. It will be very unfortunate if they do. But we'll see. And moving on to the Philadelphia Phillies are not much better. Let me give you that. The Philadelphia Phillies are just an absolute clown of a team that really, they are just the Orion Kirkring saga is insane right now, because Rob Thompson comforting him, I'm like, he needs to know he made a mistake and they should just get rid of him. He'll find a team. They just don't want to get rid of him. I don't know why, but they just won't. So, we'll see how he does for the Phillies in the future. But him dropping the ball and throwing it home when JT Realmuto was not ready was that was really bad. And that really shouldn't have happened. But I guess we'll see. The Flyers, they won against the Carolina Hurricanes, which is amazing. So I'm very proud of them. So that's pretty much it for now. Let's go to the JLash Show Hatters Sports Report on the JLash Show. So stay tuned. Welcome to the JLash Show Hatters Sports Report. I'm your Hatters Sports Report expert, Jackson Lasher, and the Happy Horsham Hatters football team won against William Tennant 41-18 at home. That's very excellent. Really, they are now, I believe, 2-6 on the season. So they have Wissahickon. They are home against them for the second to last game, and then they go away to play Upper Moreland in an away game on October 24th. So, I mean, let's hope that they keep winning, and maybe they will become, I believe, 4-6. So, we'll see. And that's pretty much about it for your JLash Show Hatters Sports Report, and that is pretty much it for JLash Show Season 2, Episode 6. So, inquiries or Jackson at thejlashow.com. That's me. And then jlashow@gmail.com is my company email. And then got the website, thejlashow.com is all the info you need. If you look up here, we have all the info you need on there. So that's pretty much it. Have a good day. JLash Show Nation.